What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews. And today is another blind. So typically for the first episode of the year, I usually like to do a blind just to kick off the new year with the channel, and this year's no different. So what do we have today? We have classic Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. This one comes in at 112.2 proof. And we have Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye. I recently reviewed this one on my channel, and I reviewed this one probably like 2-3 years ago, maybe. It was towards the beginning of the channel, so it's been a while, and I haven't gone back to it in a while. So that's why I kind of wanted to do this comparison, because I really like both of these from what I can remember, especially the Rare Breed. But I just wanted to, I thought this would be a good comparison. The proofs are close enough. One's a smaller craft distillery, and then Wild Turkey, everyone knows Wild Turkey, big distillery, big distribution. So I thought this would be cool, be interesting, and yeah, let's get this going. A nice day today, so I decided to film outside today for the first episode of 2024. All right, let's get into it. My daughter labeled these A and B, and the answers are in here. And I'm gonna start off with A. Ooh, this smells nice. I'm getting a lot of candy sweetness, but with a good amount of citrus too. A lot of almost like candy orange citrus, like all combined, like a candy orange citrus or orange citrus candy. That's exactly what I'm getting in the glass here. Decent amount of pepper. I haven't even smelled the whiskey today. I haven't had a sip of whiskey, and for the first smell of the day, it's the ethanol's not coming off in this one. But yeah, this is candy, orange, sweet, peppery. This is really nice, whatever this is. Let's try it on the palate. Cheers. That's really, really good, whatever that is. Everything I got on the nose, I'm getting on the palate, with the addition of a good amount of like spice. And I'm not sure if that's from it being my first sip of the day, but I'm leaning more towards it being like actual spice, besides the ethanol kick from the first sip of the day. But whatever that is really, really good. I'll come back to that one, but let me go to glass B. Okay. So I want to say that glass B is a little bit more muted in comparison if I'm comparing it to glass A. But I'm getting more like a cinnamon in glass B. Yeah, there's like more baking spices. Glass B is a little bit darker as well. But cinnamon, spice, and a little bit of pepper is what I'm getting in glass B. So pretty different on the nose. I kind of like the dark notes that I'm getting in glass B, but just off the nose from first impressions, I like glass A better on the nose. But let me try this glass B on the palate. This is good too. That's crazy, like when two whiskeys, what you get on the nose transfer to the palate. That's really interesting, because sometimes it's totally different what you get on the nose and the palate. But I feel like glass B is the same. I feel like glass B is a little bit dark, or a little bit more like, I'm getting more bitter notes towards the back end. Like I can tell glass B is more of a rye. Well, I can't say that because like glass A had a lot of rye notes, but I'm getting more rye notes in glass B. It's a little bit more of the bitterness. It's not bitter, it's just that on the finish I got a little bit more like bitter notes. As far as the finish, I felt like Glass A stuck around longer, but this was my first sip of the day, so let me go back to Glass A. Yeah, I really like that. It's brighter than Glass B, but the notes I'm getting, the sweetness, the candy, the orange citrus, I really like that. I like what's going on there, and it does linger. It just goes on in the palate. Great finish. All right, Glass B. I feel those baking spices coming out more in Glass B. This is tough. Okay, there's that finish. That finish is just going and going and going. I think Glass B might have Glass AB as far as the finish. So, yeah, as far as the finish, which I love a great finish, I'm gonna go with Glass B. This is a tough one. It's really close. I think it's just like preference, what you're feeling on this certain day. And today, I really like that finish. I like the more rye notes that I'm getting out of Glass B. It's darker too, and a lot of baking spices. So today, my choice, but today, like I said, this could change. It just depends what I'm feeling. On another day, it could be Glass A. But today, my winner is Glass B by a narrow margin, like split decision. All right, so let's see what was what. So Glass A was Hard Truth, and my winner, Glass B, was Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that, with the bourbon or the rye. I mean, these are classics, affordable, and yeah, they're there for a reason. Yeah, but these were very close. Hard Truth, definitely one of my new favorites, you know, as far as ryes, but yeah, I mean, the Wild Turkey today, I just felt like I liked those rye notes and the darker notes that I was getting. This is probably older because this one here, they don't have an exact age statement, but it's aged at least 2 years. And I know the Rare Breed is a little bit older than that. It's not age stated, but I know some of the barrels that go into making this are a little bit older than that, so that could be the difference there. But yeah, these are both great. You can't go wrong with either of them. As far as pricing, I can't really remember. In my area, I think the Rare Breed is about like 45 to 50, and the Hard Truth is probably 70 to 75. I could be off on that, probably a little less. But yeah, so it is a little bit pricey, but it's definitely a good one. But the Rare Breed Rye is a go-to if you see it and you haven't tried it yet and you're starting to get into ryes or you like ryes. I feel like this leans more towards a rye drinker than somebody starting off. That's the one thing. But hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of 2024. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.